What's going on, people? What up, though? Let me grab me some water real quick, y'all. Hold on. It's been a real busy day, and I'm thirsty, y'all. I always try to keep my word by jumping on live, but sometimes it be so busy, y'all. But this is part of my busy schedule, so this ain't nothing I gotta squeeze in. I just really be having to, prioritize other stuff that come up, but this is part of my regular schedule. Man, it seems like every time I jump on live, I'm thirsty. What's with that, y'all? Every time I get ready to get on live, every time I jump on here, I'm thirsty. But yeah, what's going on with y'all? How y'all been? Y'all been staying focused? Y'all getting y'all protein, getting y'all macros? Let me tell y'all what's going on with me. So today I weighed in on a scale. And Raphael, what up though? I missed the last live. Yeah, and then this one, usually my lives be around 5-ish, but it's been a pretty busy day. But I knew I still had to come on here because I posted in the community tab that I was going to be on live today. But let me tell you what's been going on, Raphael. I've been bulking. So I should have been tracking it all this time. So I've been under calories, even though I'm looking bigger. That's probably from the carbs more than likely. Ain't no probably, that is. But I'm like, I gotta be under probably like 300 calories, even though I upped it. But don't forget the calories is based on activity level, Raphael. So even though I upped it, to me, I'm moving around about the same. But either way it go, I'm not really in a surplus. Because when I stepped on the scale, I didn't even take a picture because I'm like, this don't make no sense. I should have been tracking it the whole time. But since it was a lean bulk and I'm feeling and seeing what I'm eating is more in calories, but evidently I'm burning off and almost breaking even because the scale only showed like 2 pounds up, which is ridiculous because I've been bulking since the end of December. But when I saw that shit today, Raphael, I instantly started hitting the market, and because I had hit the market earlier, and I just left out this other market to get other stuff because the market I hit earlier was before I checked the scale. So I instantly I say, yeah, I need to add about $2 to $5 worth of stuff more to what I'm eating. Because right now it's supposed to be up. Like right now it's supposed to at least been, the scale was at 170 when I weighed in. It's only at 172 now. So I've been at maintenance pretty much. So even though I upped it, took cardio out of it completely, started putting in more calories, but evidently my activity level is keeping it breaking even. And I haven't really upped no activity, but evidently something is up. But it's all good. I'm locked and loaded. I just took action immediately. But that's why I be telling people, like, even when I be coaching people, I tell them to track it. But I just figured since I've been doing this long enough, I knew what I was doing. And then like them extra carbs, that's what's got me filthed out. Those extra carbs. So you see more fatter in the face. You see more muscle sticking out. And plus, I done got way stronger. So it's like, I just knew I was up like 8-10 pounds easy. But it's all good. We don't complain over spilled milk over here, but we tracking every week now. Now I just show y'all progress, like, I don't know, maybe once a month. But I'm gonna be tracking every week because I gotta make sure I'm up. So I just pretty much just added on about 200, maybe 300. Because I want to definitely make sure that I'm definitely in surplus, even if I'm busy on certain days. So, but it's all good. Let me see. I see the difference in your physique. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I done got stronger, and the 2 pounds that I done put on is really showing. Like, especially from the added carbs and stuff like that. So just imagine now I'm on it even more. So we still good. It ain't like we got a shape or nothing like that. So We locked and loaded. That just give me something to focus in on and come back even stronger with. So we good. Let me see. Everything good with you though, Raphael? Let me see. Castro, do you have kids? No, I don't have. Yeah, I mean, I got a daughter, but I don't have kids. My daughter grown. Castro. This your first time on a live, Castro? I don't think I saw you on here before. Yeah, we gotta stay locked in, Raphael. It ain't really nothing. It ain't nothing. Actually, it ain't even nothing that really got me down because I take action immediately. Watch out now. Watch now. Since I've said that on the live, Raphael, watch what you about to see different. That's why I say it's all about taking action. You don't get nothing that you don't put in work for. You don't earn. Now watch. Now keep in mind, Raphael, I already took action. Back. I'm right outside the market. That this the second one. The one early was before the gym. But I'm right outside the market. I just kind of pulled over far into the parking lot so I can do my live away from all the buggies and people pulling up. But watch what you about to see, Raphael. I say just in 30 days. Just in 30 days, because I just upped it 300. So I was only putting on, I don't know, a quarter of a pound a week. I don't know, something like that, a quarter of a pound, because the scale only showed like 2 pounds. And this been going on since like, I think the last week of December, something like that. So 200 might have done it, but 300 would definitely stick. A 500 jump, that's too much. So I probably just needed about 300. And even if this is somebody else, you gotta, that's what I say, is based on activity level. You gotta, because if you ain't gaining, that means you burning off more than you burning off more than you taking in. So that's gonna be the only way. To be in a surplus, you got to be taking in more than you burning off. And of course, if I'm still pretty much at the same weight, that means I've been in the maintenance, and that's got to be based on activity level. Because trust me, my eating is insane. But watch what y'all about to see. Raphael, everything good? What's on the menu, Raphael? You already ate? Castro, this your first time on the live? I got this apple right here, y'all. I gotta eat. I ate earlier when I hit the market the first time, but I just grabbed something real quick to add on for my balking out the market. So, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Let me see. Grilled chicken. Yeah, grilled chicken sound good. Yeah, grilled chicken sound good, Raphael. Yeah, y'all, we locked and loaded. For anybody that's trying to get their health or their fitness to another level, it starts with the foundation. Y'all can go to my website, which is in the description section, and it's gonna be a link for a how to eat guide. I also just added a fat and weight loss meal planner because I went viral on TikTok. I'm still viral on TikTok, and I'm about to keep going viral on TikTok again because I just got done filming in the market. So I'm about to go viral again. So it's going and going, it's going on TikTok. So and this stuff that I'm filming on, I don't want to put it on YouTube the way I'm doing it because it's gonna act as a short. My content is more long form. When you do long form, you want to keep that content. As soon as you do shorts and it start pushing views, your long form ain't gonna get views no more. That's how it go. It eventually go back up, but it's gonna take a little hit. But yeah, so I put those videos on Instagram and TikTok. YouTube is, they all got their own little whatever, but YouTube stand out from the other two, because on Instagram it's mainly reels, and then on TikTok it's like short/reels or whatever. So it's like short form content. But yeah, y'all, yeah, say grilled chicken, Raphael. What you gonna eat with the grilled chicken? Some rice or what? Yeah, y'all, we gotta stay locked and loaded, y'all. So like I said, I added a fat and weight loss meal planner to my website, y'all. So y'all go to the description section of any video, the lives or whatever content I done pushed out. Y'all go to the description section. Y'all gonna see my website, manimfit.com, right? And y'all stroll down. As soon as y'all stroll down, y'all gonna see fat and weight loss meal planner. So I created 10 meals up in there, and the calories is all automatically designed to put you at a deficit. If you're not in a deficit, once I tell you, because I tell you to track it, you know, for the first, you know, week or two to see what's what, because you want to know what the numbers are. You can make a few adjustments. Everything is already in there. It's explained to you, the meals, the amount that you need to cook with, everything. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, y'all. Game changer. Game changer. Yep. Probably black beans and coconut jasmine rice. Yeah, that sounds real good. Hey, Rafi, you know I had you just reminded me when you said coconut rice when I was in Colombia, man. That shit was so fucking good, man. Rafi, that coconut rice, it was coconut rice, plantain. It was coconut rice, plantains, and what's the fish? What's that big fish, y'all, that they be deep fried, or the Jamaicans, and what is it? That big fish. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Red snapper. It was red snapper fried. It was coconut rice, and it was plantains with this special sauce. Man, every time I go to Colombia, I'm stopping at that place, y'all. Fire. I'm talking about fire. But yeah, y'all, we got to stay locked and loaded, y'all. Fitness questions. Y'all got any questions for me? Any questions for me while I'm on this live, y'all? That's what I'm here for. We got to stay locked in, y'all, no matter what. We really don't even have no other choice. If you don't stay locked in for you, who gonna stay locked in for you? Ain't nobody thinking about you like that. They really not. They too busy thinking about themselves. Everybody has their own stuff going. It's nobody right now thinking about me the way I'm thinking about me, the way I'm thinking about my health, the way I'm saying I need to go to the market, the way I'm saying I gotta get up tomorrow and do this, the way I'm saying I'm building my business, the way I'm saying I need to get some rest. Ain't nobody thinking about it the way I'm thinking about it, even if they thinking about me in a loving way. I'm the one that's supposed to be thinking about me the most, because it's my life. Let me see. Raphael, I saw coconut rice at the Whole Foods market. I had to try it. Love it. Hey, Raphael, man, that shit's so good, man. That coconut rice, Raphael, bro, fire, man. Ain't nothing messing with it, man. It's the best thing ever, man. I'm telling you, like, that coconut rice is fire, man. Oh, it's fire. It's like it got just enough of a sweetness to it to go with, like, because whatever you eating it with, it got saltiness to it. Like when I had mine, the red snapper, of course, they had a saltiness. So that sweet and savory, oh man, fire, fire. Seven Mad, what's going on, Seven Mad? I remember that name on here before. You good, Seven Mad? You got a fitness question for me? I'm telling y'all, nutrition is everything, y'all. Nutrition is everything. Like, nutrition is like 80 to 90% of it. I say about 90% of it. The gym, all we have to do in the gym, y'all, is know just enough. And I think the average person knows just enough. Do some dumbbells for chest. Do some barbell dumbbell curls for your biceps. Do some tricep push down on some dips. Like, people know enough. But that nutrition, that's the reason why I'm still viral on TikTok, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I created a meal planner when I was going viral that first time on TikTok, y'all. I got to tell y'all this. I know we on YouTube right now, but I'm telling y'all, we still talk about health. And the meal planner is set for y'all to get also. I just released it, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. When I was going viral, the algorithm was telling me where my audience was at. So I've been consistent all this time. You already know that, right? On any platform. The videos, they see me work out and me doing my voiceover and all this type stuff. some videos here and there cooking or whatever. When I started doing those market videos of what to get versus this and the way I'm delivering it, I don't know if y'all checked it out yet. Y'all got to go over there, my TikTok, whatever, it be on every video, and my Instagram. Y'all go over there, y'all see what's what. But the delivery, the music, because people can relate to it. The followers, I'm telling y'all, like, they still following right now. Ain't no telling how many other people follow me today because I was on there earlier, but then I got real busy, so I only be on it like if somebody comment or if I'm posting something, and then I go about my day because I don't have time to be strolling TikTok and all that type. So I'll be on YouTube watching it for certain stuff that I'm working on. So YouTube is actually my TV. But yeah, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, so the meal planner is in there, y'all. So y'all want to tighten up something, and then for the meal planner, it's for fat and weight loss. But if you try to gain, like you try to gain mass or something like that, all you got to do is up the calories. That's all you have to do. That just give you an idea for, it's called fat and weight loss because the calories is low. Calories are low. It's like 700-800 calories for each meal. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you got to make your adjustments, I tell you how to make the adjustments up in there. Everything is digital. So, you know, I create that. It's running 24/7, y'all, in my sleep. Sweet. It's a sweet setup. Yep, it includes 10 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You pick something for everybody. If you like protein shakes, I even threw that in there for somebody who they want to get that little protein shake and still feel like they having stuff they way. I was real thoughtful when I was putting this stuff together, y'all. Yep. So it's a clean setup, and it's still meeting your macros, your calorie, because mainly for weight loss, the main thing to focus in on is calories in and calories out. That's the main thing. The macros, you want to make sure you're getting enough of your protein, enough of your fat, and enough of the carbs. But that shit means nothing if your calories in and calories out ain't doing what it's supposed to do for you to lose weight. That's the biggest and number one thing for any weight loss: calories in and calories out. You have to be burning off more than you take it in. And that equals weight loss. Let me see. Question, Weezy, how many times a week should I work my abs? You can work them as much as you want, but I'll say maybe about 2 times a week. I wouldn't work them no more than I work any other body part. Because if you're doing a lot of compound exercise, Raphael, a lot of the compounds is going to be hitting your core also. Like if you're doing standing military press, if you're doing stuff like planks for, you know, for your core work. If you doing squats, that's gonna hit it. If you're doing deadlifts, like all of that is hitting your abs. That's why they say sit-ups and crunches is over fucking rated, because you only hitting that, and most people back ain't strong like that, or you prone to get injured from doing the crunches. But if you do deadlifts, squats, standing military press, planks, leg raises, especially if you curl your spine coming up, I'm telling you, like, way more effective. Way more effective. So yeah, you could, I say do it twice, because for the abs, they already there. So whatever you doing for abs, you ain't gonna do nothing but make them stand out even more. But they ain't gonna stand out even more if you got fat on top of it. That's why I say, so you really ain't gotta work them like that. Even if you did work abs, Raphael, right now, and your nutrition was right, and you more muscle than fat, your abs gonna be right there. The abs look sweeter if they right there, and you ain't got no fat on top of it, and you do some weighted ab exercises or something, because it's gonna make your abs bigger. But if you do weighted ab exercises and you got fat on top of your stomach, those abs is bigger, but so is your stomach sticking out. So that's why it's only good to do the weighted ones, like if you really shed that fat. But if you just been having that fat on you for a year or two like that, you need to focus more in on the nutrition, because everybody has abs. The biggest difference is people got a lot of fat on top of it. So, what about bear crawls? You know what? Yeah, that'll definitely work. I was about to say I haven't even heard of or nobody mentioned bear crawls and bear crawlers in a minute, but that'll work because it's working your core. It's working your core. You in a plank position. You in a plank position. So any of those positions to where you like push up position or planks is designed to work your core. Because just to keep your posture like that, it's tightening up your abs. And it's a compound. You working more than one muscle. That'll be way more effective than any sit-up or any crunch. For abs, Raphael, look, it's just like any other exercise. Pick two that give you the best burn. Like you notice for your chest, it's 2 exercises. It might be 7 exercises you could do, but it's gonna be 2 that will give you the best burn. Because for your chest, for the most part, you only need upper and like mid. All right, and just say we throw a fly in there. So pretty much 2 exercises overall would do it overall, right? And just say for your legs, pretty much 2 exercises would do it. Even though we got 5, 6, 7 of them. So for your abs, do the same thing. For abs, you're going to have about 2 exercises that's going to really burn the shit out of your abs. Stick with those because that's letting you know that's what's working, that's what's effective, and that's what's going to get you your results even quicker. Yep. See, people run from the hard exercises, but the hard exercises letting us know that's where the true gains is at. The easy stuff, you ain't even tearing that many fibers like that. So you gonna be stuck doing that same weight, stuck with the same type of muscle on you. You ain't even building. You ain't even building. But the harder stuff is gonna automatically send you into a progressive overload even quicker and everything. Because your body is gonna get used to that stuff. So you're gonna be able to go up quicker. Because you tear more fibers. You working and shaking through your sets. Oh yeah. That muscle is growing and tear quicker and larger than something that you sit there and you like, oh yeah, I do these all the time. Yeah, that's why you're gonna look like that all the time. Because you ain't doing nothing different. I just feel every body part only need about 2 exercises. Like look, like for example, Raphael, the #1 exercise in the world for upper back is pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, then I'll say the #1 will be the pull-down machine. After that, you got lower back, whether you do deadlifts or lower back extensions. That's pretty much your whole back right there. Because the pull-ups, you can go wide. All right, then just say you turn it to the chin-ups for the thickness. But I'm just saying, that and then some type of exercise that's going to work your lower back, that's all you would need. Even though in the gym, it's what? Probably like 8 to 10 machines for back. And most of them act in the same way as a pull-up. Because even a row machine is acting as a chin-up. Because the row is designed for thickness. Well, the chin-up is designed for thickness. The row is designed for thickness, and then to work your bicep. The chin-ups is designed for thickness and to work your bicep. The pull-up is designed to widen your back, right? And the pull-down machine is designed to widen your back. But just changing the grip, change the variation and everything because it's going to target a different part of your muscle. But really, we only need like two different exercises, y'all, on every body part. And I'm telling y'all, we will look good. But ain't nothing like variety, though, just to hit a different variation. Because some of those machines, and then you got people with injuries, some of the machines, they sit too high, and you can't just naturally let your body just flow. Like if you doing dumbbells, right? Your body, your arm can naturally flow. But you might be on the machine, and you got to, like, adjust, lean forward, and you got to maybe spread your arms a little, and you got to make some adjustments. But that's why I say not like the free weights, but the machines are a beast too if you know how to use them. Yeah, they're beasts. I didn't really care too much for machines until I learned how to use them, y'all. Yeah, but y'all got any questions for me though? So yeah, Raphael, like for abs, I always recommend people to do 2 exercises. The leg raises with your lower back, your spine curling, because it'll help target your lower abs. Because most people can get the top abs, but the lower abs is challenging. So I always tell people leg raises, because it's gonna hit the whole ab, the top, the middle, and the bottom, and planks. And if I was to name a third one, Raphael, it'd be maybe the crunches on the cable machine. You know how you grab a cable thing and you got the little handle, just like if you used to do the bent over rows, Raphael, and then you kind of go down and you adjust whatever weight. That I say those three. If I was to name like off the top of my head, because those will get you together right there. Yep. Those will get you together right there with less risk, and they compounds. Cause even the cable, when you go down to a crunch, I start feeling like this, because you gotta hold the weight and stabilize, but you pulling and squeezing with your abs. Yep. So yeah, anything but sit-ups and crunches. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Anything but sit-ups and crunches will get you more results quicker and everything, y'all. Yep. Y'all got any questions for me, though? Any questions for me, y'all? Any questions? I got a little cold, y'all. It's probably, well, I know it ain't probably. It is because the weather that switched over, y'all. Like, you know, we had a hotter weather, you know, giving us a test of, you know, summer or spring coming in. Then it go back cold, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's the weather, because I see like several people around runny nose and stuff like that. So all this kind of clogged up in here. So I'm gonna get on this probably now. Take some tea and knock that out. That way I'm good by the morning, because it's like all stuffy up in here. But yeah, y'all, we just gotta be locked and loaded. Make sure y'all hit that like button. That way we push this through the algorithm. Let the algorithm know we in the building, and we try to attract more people to our community so we can keep going up and forward and that down and back, y'all. That's what we on, growth. But yeah, we locked and loaded, y'all. We locked and loaded. We gotta stay locked and loaded, because ain't nobody gonna be locked and loaded for us. That's why we gotta stay locked and loaded. It's nobody that's gonna be locked and loaded for us like us. Fitness bring out so much in us, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, if we was to remove fitness, ain't no telling what type of person we'll be, y'all. I'm telling you, we don't really think about it like that, but then again, we do. I do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably do too. I'm saying a lot of people probably don't. But I'm telling y'all, that shit bring a lot of discipline, a lot of structure. It help balance your hormones, so you gonna be more masculine. If you're a woman, you're gonna be more feminine. It balances stuff. It's the best stress reliever, because you turning a negative into a positive. So however way you feeling, you go to release in the gym. You might not even know you under stress, because you so used to working out. So before build up even happened, you'd have had another great workout. That's how we doing it over here, y'all. That's how we doing it over here. We locked and loaded. Let me see, Raphael, like you say on your videos, let's get to it. Yeah, for sure. Let's get to it. Paige, yo, what's the deal? I'm glad you jumped on the line, man. What's good with you, man? We over here chopping it up about our nutrition and staying locked and loaded and focused, and how powerful it is to work out and have our nutrition together. Living a healthy lifestyle changes the way we see the world. It helps us balance our emotions. It helps us stay focused. It helps us build better and quicker out here as men and women. Like, the gym is my therapy, y'all. The gym is my therapist. That's how we doing it over here. Paige, let me see. What question you got for me? But yeah, y'all, we locked and loaded, y'all. We locked and loaded. That's why I tell y'all, like, if y'all just focus in on whole foods, I'm telling you, you ain't really got to think too much about your nutrition because the whole foods is automatically designed for what it's designed for: fiber, protein, uh, healthy fat. You ain't got to focus in on it like as if you doing some calories that's just dirty. You know, the stuff that's nutrient dense is designed for it to do what it's supposed to do. Cause the calories, the empty calorie stuff, y'all, it don't even send a signal to our brain, letting our brain know, all right, you had enough of eating this. All right, you had enough. This is enough for the day. It don't have no protein. Would it lack protein, fiber, and fat, healthy fat? I'm telling you, y'all can eat so much of it. Next thing you know, like it's somebody sitting down right now eating a 4,000 calorie meal, and they gonna be back hungry later. Cause it's no protein and stuff in it. It'd be harder for you to sit down and eat a 4,000 calorie nutrient dense meal because the fiber gonna fill you up, the protein is gonna fill you up, the healthy fat is gonna fill you up. Let me see, Paige. I agree with everything you said about the gym. My question is, what are your thoughts about or the best strategies to combat cortisol in your body? Well, cortisol is a stress. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Uh, what I would say, I don't know how your nutrition is, Paige, but I would say nutrition is definitely gonna be number one because the vitamins, the nutrients, the zinc, the iron, and all that type stuff help balance all that stuff. The B vitamins and all that type stuff. The citrus fruits, all that stuff is gonna help control the blood. I mean the cholesterol levels and everything. So I would say the biggest thing is gonna be making sure your nutrition is locked and loaded. And if your cortisol is up, because I don't know what's exactly going on in your life, but the nutrition is gonna be the key. But if your cortisol is up like that, then I would really just because you already know why it would be up, because it's your life. But I would say lock and load on your nutrition, and if it's up like that, you need to really evaluate and try to figure out why your cortisol is up at a stressful level like that. It's something on your mind. It's something that's bothering you. Is because that can be balanced out, Paige, through your nutrition, man. That's pretty much what I'm saying. As long as a person is not putting all this cornstarch in their system, as long as a person is not putting all this processed stuff in their system, as long as a person is not getting all this added sugar and stuff and eating all these extra cheat meals, even though they said it's a cheat meal, but they doing way too much of it, I'm telling you, the hormones and cortisol and all that stuff, it's going to be balanced out by you focusing strictly on whole foods. Strictly on whole foods, P. Strictly on whole foods. Like, what you gotta do, you gotta make sure your body is staying in fat burn mode. That's what you gotta do, P. Because if you eat healthy, but you always triggered it to burn off sugar mode instead of fat, I'm telling you, that's gonna stay just like that. Once your body enter fat burn mode, P, stuff change, man. Your body is designed to heal itself. So evidently it's something triggering your cortisol to be like it is. Look at your nutrition. Because if you in fat burn mode, it's going to take care of all of that naturally. Stop screaming, had to turn my volume down, big homie. Yeah, it's just, I be passionate about this stuff, man. Plus I got a cold, so I don't even realize how loud I'm talking. I don't talk low, but I naturally talk to where people can hear me. So I just be passionate about it, but it's all good. What was that? I'm gonna just say G9J. Yeah, it's all good. I don't think I ever saw you on this live before either. You good, G9J? But yeah, Paige, that's what you got to do, man. Hit the like button too, y'all. That way we can show the algorithm that we're a positive community of people over here serious about our health. Paige, that's what you got to do, man. Check your nutrition. You probably triggered sugar burn mode. You need to be a fat burn mode, and it'll take care of that cortisol thing. I guarantee you. Yep, fat burn mode. Yep. And whatever you eat, Paige, Whatever you eat it all at once when it's time for you to eat your meals. Don't eat nothing in between. That way you won't be doing extra insulin spikes, which is going to keep your cortisol levels up. So whatever amount of times you eat, only eat those times. Don't eat nothing in between, even if it's healthy, because the more times you eat, the more spikes you're going to be having for that particular day. If you eat 3 times a day, you're going to have 3 spikes. If you eat 2 times a day, you're only going to have 2 spikes. If you eat 4 times a day, you're going to have 4 spikes. If you eat 2 times a day and you eat in between that you're not considering eating, those are considered spikes. So that'll keep your system running in reverse with cortisol, high insulin level, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar, all that type stuff. Yep, that's what it's designed to do, y'all. That's what it's designed to do, is to clear up your system if you in fat burn mode. Yep. We don't need to be overeating. We don't need to be eating more meals than we have to, because it's going to spike our insulin. Even if it's healthy, it's still going to spike. We try to avoid spiking as many times a day as we possibly can, y'all. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to focus in on. It's people that be eating twice a day. They'll say, you only eat twice a day. Yeah, but they had chips in between. They had 1 cookie. They had some Kool-Aid. They had whatever they had. Like, those are considered eating. Those are spikes. Those are spikes. If you gonna do that, add that to the meal, and moderation is key. That way you get that 1 good spike out the way, and then you get that other good spike out the way. If 3 times, if you eat 3 meals a day, you get that out the way. But if you eat 3 meals a day, and you got desserts and other stuff and fruits and all that stuff in between, all those are considered spikes. Eat the fruit right with your meal. Once you finish eating that meal, eat your fruit last. That way, that's 1 good spike. You don't want to be waiting. Eat it right with it. That way your digestive system can go ahead and do what it do, process that, and then the next time you eat, it had already cleared and digested that. Now it's ready for the next load. You load it up. A person to be load their system up, eat their meals, and eat between before their digestive system can even finish processing what they already ate. That's why I only eat twice a day. All my stuff is at 1 time. 1 good time and 1 good time. And I'm done eating for that day. Whatever I'm going to eat, whatever fruits I'm going to eat, it's going to get eaten during that meal. My diet has been really good. What I'm being told is working out 6 days a week and working 14 days is too. Yeah, that'll do it. That's why I said, P, like, only you know what was going on. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot, P. That's too much, bro. That's too much. Your system, look, your system can't even go into repair itself. Your system, like when you sleeping and you resting and you not working out or working, your body is in repair mode. When we not eating all the time, the body is in repair mode. So your system is under a load 24/7 pretty much. P. Your system is under a heavy load 24/7. That's why I made the comment earlier and said, only you know what's going on. Because I ain't want to ask you on here. I just wanted you to say, whatever you wanted to say. Whatever you wanted to put out. But that'll do it. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. You never rested. You never rested. So you got to work. You got to work out. You got your eating. Like your system is just it's a lot. It's too much for your system to handle. So even if your eating is good, don't even matter. It helps as far as energy to keep you going and all that. But you put out energy that your body actually needs to reserve to repair itself. So you go in reverse. That's why your cortisol is up. Yeah. You need rest, man. You need rest. Your system itself needs rest. Yep, what I'm being told is working out 6. Yeah, that's a lot. I can see if you had the 6 days a week, that wouldn't be bad. If the work wasn't the 14-hour day, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. You figure your brain ain't even turned it off. Just from the work thing, whether you sitting at the desk or you on the factory floor, like your brain, like, cause you gotta do stuff. You gotta, you gotta go do what you gotta do. That's a lot. I usually only eat twice a day. That's cool. And my snacking consists of apples, oranges, bananas, and almonds. Yeah. When you do your snacking, eat that with the meal, so that can count as one spike, and your system can go ahead and digest and process that stuff before you get to the other meal. Otherwise, if you eat twice, and then you got the apple, which is healthy, and then your nuts or bananas or that's cool, but those count as other more spikes. So it'd be as if you eating 2 meals plus, just say you eat a apple or orange in between the meals, an hour away, and then 3 hours before the second meal. Those count as spikes. It's a better spike and a lower spike than you eat donuts, but I'm just saying, you want to eat that with the meal. Because what you just ate with the meal will lower the spike because of the nutrients from the meal, the protein, the fat, the fiber. You might as well eat that fruit or the nuts or whatever with that meal, because whatever spike that will give you by you eating it and combining it with the meal towards the end of the meal, it's gonna lower that spike even more versus if you eat it by itself. It ain't gonna be a spike like donuts, chips, and cookies, but it would make that spike go from like medium to small because you ate it with nutrient-dense stuff. So that's kind of like coating your stomach, eating the meal before you drink. It's gonna lower the spike. It's gonna make you not sick. It's gonna make you be able to, do what you do without waking up the next day with a headache. So you just want to protect your system by eating your fruits, your oranges, your bananas with the meal right at the end. That counts as one spike, one meal. You don't want to be eating in between. You don't want to be eating in between, even the healthy stuff. You want to eat that counts as one meal. You want a banana, eat that at the end of the meal. You want an apple or orange, eat that at the end of your meal. Just say you got an apple and a banana that day. Well, that's 2 meals. You're going to eat the apple with the one meal and a banana with the other meal. You only got 2 spikes instead of eating in between. Now you got 4 spikes. That would keep your cortisol up on top of the working of 14 hours and on top of the working working out at the gym 6 days a week. That's what it is. Yep. The body heals itself when we sleeping. The body heals itself when we resting. And if you're doing 14-hour days and you working out 6 days a week, where's the rest? You got to think, you still got to eat it. You make time to eat. Yeah. So you got this working 24/7 and you got the physical working 24/7. That's what it is. It's a lot, man. I've been there before. It's a lot. That's a heavy load. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta tighten up that, because it's a lot, man. If you, like I said, if you just doing 6 days a week and then you was working out, if you was doing 6 days working out and then you was working like regular 8s, maybe even 10, you'd have been good. 14, that's a lot. Because you gotta think, P. You do it 14 hours. You still got to have time to get there, and you got to have time to leave there. That's taking up time. Maybe you 30 minutes away, maybe you 50, but I'm saying either way it go. You got to have time to get up, get ready, and head there. Like, all that is time. So you talk about that 14 can easily turn into 15 hours that particular day, from the time you wake up to the time it take you to get there, and then the time you to get back. It's like 15. And then you talk about the gym 6 days a week, and I'm telling you, so you got to think 6 days. That means you doing this the same days you doing the 14. Going there for an hour, so that 15 hours it turns to 17, 18, 19, 20, so 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. You got 7 hours to play with when it comes to sleep and all that. Like, maybe you ain't watching TV. Maybe you ain't spending time with, your significant other or something like that. But I'm just saying, like, which I know we are, but man, that's a heavy load, man. That's a heavy load, P. That's what you got to do, man, because you like this every day, every day. That's what that is, man. And just say the day that you do got to chill and rest, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. So you steady being behind on rest. It ain't enough. It's only enough for you to get up and get back to it. That's what that is, P. I've been there. I was working 22 hours a day, y'all. So when I tell you I've been there, I was coming out of a situation and I was out here grinding. This was in '02. I was out here grinding. And I was out here grinding positive stuff. But I was in a situation that got me caught up. So I was out on some positive stuff, right? And making positive money. And I put in applications. What nobody calling. Cool. Because I was, I'm good at making my money and doing what I'm doing. Positive money. Nobody was calling. And then this one place called. It was a factory/warehouse. It was either the 10-hour shift or the 12-hour shift. I jumped on it. Bam. Then when one place called, usually they all start calling. Then this other place called, y'all. I was on the phone with that lady. And she was like, can you do it? I'm like, I'm already working 10 hours. Why I say yeah. So the job that was a 12-hour shift, both of these was factories, y'all. This was for no games. So I know what time it is. 2 factory jobs. The 12-hour shift job was 4 days a week, so I was done with that by Thursday. The 10-hour shift job was 5 days a week. So you talk about 50 hours plus 48, y'all. That's 100 hours a week, y'all. I didn't see the house until the weekend. That's why I say when people talk about out here grinding and how bad do you want it and all this type stuff, I had a cheap Nokia phone from T-Mobile. Cheapest. I just needed a phone. So I could, give somebody my number if I put in an application or whatever. And so people can contact me, I can make calls. When I tell you I was setting the alarm when I pulled from one job to the next one, I was setting that cheap ass Nokia phone for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Like I'm sleep in a car, like in a parking lot. Then I go in here, my meals, everything was on the road. I pack, go to the supermarket, everything. I didn't see the house until the fucking weekend, y'all. That shit was so fucking toxic. Like, I didn't see the house until the weekend. And then when I did see the house, it was like Saturday. Cause Saturday and Sunday, I was done with both jobs. That shit wasn't even enough. Cause the only thing I done was slap, but I was still behind on sleep. Once I ate my food, I slept on the break also. I'm telling y'all, man. But I was locked in. I passed pretty much most people that I knew up in a month and a half. I would think so. Working 2 damn factory jobs. I was fucking feeling tired and I'm standing on my feet, y'all. When I tell y'all, like, y'all know how people get off work. Hold on, P, I'm about to read your comment. Y'all know how people get off work and they be like, hey, I'm about to go get some rest, or I'm about to take my daughter to school, depending on what they work at, third shift or whatever, first shift. But anyway, and then I remember the look with these people that was on my line, on the assembly line. We about to get off work in like 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Y'all know everybody seem like they get a gang of energy when it's time to go, even though they said they was tired 3 hours ago. They was about to get some sleep. Y'all should have seen how they looked at me when I said I'm about to go to my other job. And I remember this was at the 10-hour shift. They was like, other job? Where you work at? I said, I gotta work at this factory. It's like, what? So you do it part-time? I say, no, I'm about to do a 12-hour shift. I don't know nobody who got it in like that, y'all. To this day, I was doing 22 hours a day, except for Saturday and Sunday. I was doing 22 hours a day, except for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because Friday was just a 10-hour shift job. But pretty much I was doing 22 hours a day for like 5 days a week for a month and a half. My body was shut down. I was focused. I got it done. I was glad of y'all. Let me see. Pays. My work schedule consists of 11 hours on the job and working 3 hours at home. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. 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 You gotta shoot. Well, I would say if your work schedule has to be that schedule, you just gotta make some adjustments with the gym. The 6 days, I say take that down to 4. Get it in when you in there and rest those other 2 that you would have been in there, and you'll start seeing some type of balance. But to keep the 6 for the workout schedule P, I wouldn't do it. I would adjust my gym schedule because that'd be simpler, I'm guessing, than the work schedule. Because you probably gotta do the 11 and then you gotta do the 3 at the house or whatever. That's what I would do. Because the gym is in my control. I ain't gotta ask them to change my schedule or what about this, lower hours or none of that type stuff. And 4 days is plenty in the gym. 4 days is plenty in the gym. That's what I would do. You said yes because you was about that bread back then. Yeah. And I just came out of a situation. Oh, no, nobody to this day who mentioned that type of work intensity to me. I've always heard about a full-time and a part-time. I've heard of that. I heard the 2 jobs, and then a lot of times the 2 jobs, they had their days like, yeah, I do that twice a week, but you know what I'm saying? I do the 8 hours and twice, but we talk about 2 factory jobs standing on your damn feet, y'all. Tell you, my back was hurt, my feet was hurting. I came up, I got a boy that still talk about that to this day, when nobody messing with that type of focus. I passed most people that I knew up in a month and a half. I was doing 2 people's income, but it was just me. And not just 2 people's income, but it was factory work, bro. Assembly line. Running a press machine. I'm standing up, yo. I ain't sitting down doing nothing. It was toxic, man. I just got reminded of that on the line, but I had to do what I had to do. And I wasn't complaining over spilled milk. It worked. That's why I said yes. You're right, Raphael. Paige, let me see. Also, I can make that diet change you recommend. Now that you have more context, do you suggest I change my workout schedule to 5 days? Yeah, I would go to the 4 days because the 5 is still too close to 6. But I know the 4 would definitely get it. That way, the other 2 days that you would be in the gym, you can kind of let your body rest and process whatever been going on throughout that week, whatever been on your mind for that day, the shit that's keeping your stress levels up. The 5 is too close to the 6. That's why I said the 4 would definitely do it. Because those other 2 days that you would be there pushing the weight out and doing whatever you doing, so pretty much, all you was doing, your body is in an acidic state. So it's alkaline and acidic. So, like I say, the acidic send you in reverse. So to bring that down, you got to get a body good stuff of what it needs, which is rest, sleep, and you already see the nutrients there. So the only thing that's missing is that rest. 5 is too close to 6. That's why I said 4, because I know 4 would definitely do it. 4 days in the gym would definitely do it. Just go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still keep the same amount of time that I'm in the gym, but I would just go hard. You need to rest, man. 5 days is too close to 6. I get it. I love the gym. I love working out. But you got to balance some stuff, man. That's a lot. Like, that's a whole lot. Your system is never, like, unloaded. And the day that it is unloaded, it ain't even enough for you to get completely rejuvenated and for your cells to completely repair themselves, because you barely got enough or just enough to keep going. That's all that is. Because even if you go to a doctor, they gonna tell you like, yeah, you got to slow it down. That's what they gonna tell you. If you tell them that, which you probably already talked to them, I don't know. They gonna tell you like 14 hours, 6 days. And then keep in mind, Pete, there's other stuff that you doing. You gotta go here. You gotta run up there. You gotta shoot up to the. Oh man, that's yeah, yeah. That's a lot. Those just the big main things that's taking the time, but you got other stuff that take 30 minutes, an hour, this and that. Next thing you know, you get 5 or 6 hours of sleep, just enough to reserve you some type of energy and keep going, but you never catching up. So you just get just enough to keep going. Even though the day when you could get 8 and 10 and kind of lounge and do you, it still ain't enough. That one day, even if you just chilling for 24 hours, about it to those other 6 days, still ain't enough. Still ain't enough. Cause don't forget you behind. So that one day and you behind days, weeks, when you combine the time, P, I'm telling you, it still ain't. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. It ain't gonna be enough. Yep. Yeah. You will be stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. That's what's got your cortisol up there. And that's why I made that comment earlier. You need to what I say, you need to focus on what's going on in your life and figure that out, because whatever you're thinking about, whatever you doing, that's why I made that comment. Because I'm like, if the nutrition is right, it's a load somewhere. It's some stress somewhere. And the stress is in your system because you're not getting the rest. Your cells can't even repair themselves. They can't. Like, when it's like that. Our body repairs itself when we resting and when we sleeping. And our body can't fully go into repair mode until we shut our eyes. So even if we sit on the couch and we chilling and we resting, that ain't good enough, because since our eyes are open, it's absorbing TV light from there. We still using energy every time we blink. The body only can go into the deep phase mode of sleep when we shut our eyes. We got to completely shut them like this for our body to really start processing and repair cells, and for our digestive system to really do what it's supposed to do. That's why when we wake up in the morning, one of the main things we got to do is what? Use the bathroom, whether it's number one or number two. Because the time when we was chilling, not moving our body, not having to lift our arms, not having to walk up the stairs and all that type of stuff, our body was able to break down and repair cells. The digestive system was able to clean itself out and remove the stuff that it don't need, that's going to slow you up and make you sluggish. Now that stuff is ready for you to empty so you can have a brand new day to keep moving forward, y'all. I'm telling you, that's why they say the amount of hours is the amount of hours. It pretty much is boiled down to your body need to repair itself, it need to repair the cells, and your digestive system need to adjust itself. It's designed to do that, y'all. But if we don't get a body what it need, telling you, it just break it down. And all you was doing, P, is just breaking your body down more and more. You just give yourself just enough to keep going. Yep. That's all you was doing. But y'all got any other questions? I'll make those adjustments, P. If you can do the 4, do it. I get it. We love the gym. I get it. But like I said, I only said 4 because 5 is too close to 6. And don't forget, you already behind. You been behind on rest. So the 4 will put you perfect. The 4 will sit you perfect, P. It really would. Let me see. Big Sharash. For what? Tell me I just got here. Oh no, I had a question about a person's cortisol level being up. And pretty much they work in long hours, like 14 hours, and they work out 6 days a week. I know this person, so I know they get it in. So they was wondering why their cortisol levels is up, and they got good nutrition. That's why their body got too much pressure, too much stress going on, because it's always on the go. It's always woke. It's always using energy. So, yeah. So, rest and, let the body adjust, let the digestive system, process stuff, and, eating when you need to eat and not in between, snacking even if it's healthy fruit or orange or banana, like eat that all at one time. That way that's one spike, and then whatever time you eat again, that's another spike. We don't want to be eating 3-4 meals and then we spike it, or 2 meals and then we got 2 fruit in between. Now you just turn 2 meals into 4 because every time we eat we spike. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we talking about over here, Big Sharaj. Just, pretty much eating habits. But somebody had a question over here, so I had answered it for 'em. But the person I know of, they go hard. So I know. I go hard too. And I don't be knowing how to sit down sometimes. But I know how to sit down. Like over the years, trust me, y'all, I get my sleep. I get my rest. And it's days when I'm putting that work, and it might be 2 days like that. But then that third day, I'm rested, and then maybe that fourth day I'm rested again, and then that next day maybe it's a medium pace, and then it pick back up. And so we gotta definitely make sure we get rest throughout the week, y'all. We gotta make sure of that, because we love to work out, we love the gym, we love that, but that gonna show you even with proper eating habits, stuff still go on. And if his eating habits wasn't nutrient dense, he'd have been broke down. But since his nutrition is nutrient dense, the fiber, the protein, it's keeping his system strong. The minerals, the vitamins that's in it, the B vitamins, the D vitamins, the vitamin C, the potassium, all this stuff is why he was able to go and keep doing what he doing, because his nutrition is working for him. Had he been eating Cheetos and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and barbecue sauce, ranch over this and ranch over that, he probably would have passed out somewhere and then woke up and they'd say, yeah, bro, you fainted at work, or I'm telling you, the nutrition has been working for him. So the nutrition definitely does its job, y'all. I appreciate the knowledge. Yeah, no problem. This your first time over here, Big Sarash? Yeah, y'all, I'm telling you, nutrition is everything. Like, it don't even have to be perfect. Just think back, or think about, if you haven't made your adjustment, just think about how it is now. Just say you a person that haven't made adjustments. And just think about getting 50% better. You already there. 50% better? Just think, Coney Island, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Doritos, cookies, donuts, apple pies, Sloppy Joe, all this holiday food we grew up on, thinking that, okay, since it's a home cooked meal, it's good. It got the worst fucking ingredients in it. That's why if we tighten up all of this stuff by 50%, I'm telling you, your health issues that you got going on, all of that's gonna be going and leaving with that 50% that you get rid of. So now you 50% healthier. That's how I go, y'all. It don't even have to be healthy. You don't have to eat salads every fucking day. Just stop eating all this sugar, all this ultra processed, and every time you look around, every time you eat, you should see that you eat some healthy stuff. Yeah, you can eat some apple pie. Yeah, you can eat some Doritos if you got to taste some Doritos. But that stuff should be like every once in a while as a reward. At least know how to plate your food up. It don't even take a rocket science. Nutrition is simple, y'all. Just pick your best fruits, your best meat source, ground turkey, ground chicken, salmon, beef, beef sirloin. Depending on if you try to cut or whatever. If you try to, you try to bulk up or something like that, then you can do like a ribeye, because it's more fattening. But I'm just saying, like, either way it go, grab real food that you have to cut and you have to season that's raw. That way you can control the ingredients. All this box stuff and Gordon's fish sticks and all this type stuff, I'm telling y'all, that's the reason why y'all got gout. That's the reason why your back hurt. That's the reason why you got high blood pressure. That's the reason why your sugar levels, you're spiking, you pre-diabetic. Eat whole foods because it's God sent. It's what we already supposed to be eating anyway. But I'm about to get off here, y'all. Y'all got any more questions for me? I got a slight cold, y'all, so I don't even, my nose clogged up. But I'm passionate about what I do. I'm locked and loaded, but I know what I'm doing. I eat strictly whole foods, y'all. I used to eat Doritos. I used to eat apple pie. I've been locked and loaded on the nutrition journey I'm on now for 10, 12 years straight. I stopped eating fast food. I still sample stuff when I travel, because I travel around the world. So, of course, I'm going to try culture's food and stuff like that. But pull it up at the gas station, go in there to get gas. The gas station window where you pay for gas is to the left, but all the snacks and stuff is to the right. No, I'm going to the left. I'm in there for gas only. I used to be one of those type people, because I people wise. I see people rushing the gas station. They knowing they go the opposite direction first from where you pay at, because they want to go get the juice, the chips, cookies, and whatever else, the donuts or whatever. Then they go and pay for their gas. Because it's an addiction. Sugar is the biggest addiction, y'all. The people who out here selling it don't call it a drug because they don't want you to think you on drugs, but you on drugs. And the reason why that's the worst is because kids are on it. Kids are on sugar. It's a drug. It's no need for sugar. They only started doing the sugar because it's money to be made. It's a drug. You ever see how a kid act when they can't get that juice? The kid act when they can't get the ice cream? They already pictured and tasting the sugar just by picturing it. Just by picturing it. Kids picture anything they got that's colorful with sugar. That's why on all the kids stuff is colors every damn where. Because kids look at stuff that's colorful. If they know it's something that you eat, they look at it as sugar. They don't care about the salt part of it or the gravy part of it or how seasoned it is. They looking at colors because they know colors. Kids relate colorful stuff when it comes to eating to sugar. It's the worst, y'all. But for those of y'all who try to tighten up y'all nutrition and speed up stuff even faster, I just dropped a 700 calorie weight and fat loss meal planner. It comes with 10 meals. It includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go to my description section. You will see my website. Once you get on the website, just scroll down. You will see 700 calorie weight loss meals. 700 calorie fat and weight loss meals on my website. Click that. Your life will change. It helps take the guesswork of what I need to eat, what I should eat. I'm trying to lose this stomach. I'm trying to lose fat. So it's for fat and weight loss. And whatever adjustments you got to make, it's already in here telling you exactly what to do, y'all. Any questions for y'all? Because I got to get off here, y'all. Yeah, pretty much, Raphael. Paige, I appreciate the advice. I'm going to make the adjustment and I'll keep you updated. Yeah, that's all you got to do, Paige. You got too much of a load on you. Kids love colors, especially when it's they colors is sugar. That's what they thinking about. That's why they make that shit so colorful. Yellow, red, blue. It's sugar. Chocolate, brown, it's sugar. They not thinking about the salt that's in it, because it's salt in all sugar to enhance the sweetness of it, right? But I'm saying, like, they not thinking about, even when they talk about the flavor is sugar that they thinking about. But let me get off here, y'all. I appreciate jumping on here. This is another good live. I just love getting on here and acting a fucking fool, you know. But shout out to y'all for getting on here. And without y'all, it would be no me. Without me, it would be no y'all. Y'all got any other questions before I get off here? I gotta take care of this cold. I'm all stopped up and everything. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Going once, going twice. It's your boy D Weezy. We out. If y'all know anybody that will be part of a positive community of people that's going forward and up and not down and back, make sure y'all tell them about this channel. Tell them it's a positive group of people over here that's all about gains and goals and spreading positive energy. It's your boy D Weezy. We out.